This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, 2 people now face multiple charges after the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office seized hundreds of grams of meth and a gun during a traffic stop.
It happened Sunday night around 10:40 when the Sheriff's Office conducted a traffic stop in Corinna. The Sheriff's Office says during that stop, investigative details led to the recovery of 321 grams of methamphetamine and a concealed 9mm handgun. Deputies arrested 44-year-old James Laurent of Dexter for aggravated trafficking of scheduled drugs. 32-year-old Tiffany Sherburne, also of Dexter, was summoned for violation of conditions of release as well as various motor vehicle violations. The Sheriff's Office wants to remind the public that if you suffer with substance use disorder, you can call 211 or text your zip code to 898-211 for a list of available resources in your area. If you have information about this investigation or the illegal sale of drugs in your community, the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office wants to hear from you. You can call 207-947-4585 or you can submit a tip through their mobile app. You can also text MDEA at 847-411 or you can call the MDEA tip line, that number right there at the bottom of your screen.
A suspect has been arrested following an alleged shooting in Tremont. State police were called to a home on Cross End Road early Sunday morning. They say 38-year-old Mike Soriano of Tremont allegedly fired a weapon at his roommate. The suspect also reportedly fired shots into the ceiling, window, and at a vehicle. State police say no one was injured and the investigation into the alleged incident is ongoing.
A Clinton man is behind bars tonight after being accused of sexually assaulting a child under the age of 12. 37-year-old Christopher Connors was arrested Friday at his home in Clinton following what police are calling an extensive months-long investigation. Connors has been charged with gross sexual assault of a minor. According to the Clinton Police Department, Connors initially refused to answer the door but was eventually taken into custody without incident. Connors is being held at the Kennebec County Jail with a bail of $100,000.
2 Belfast residents are accused of mistreating animals in their care. Krista Sweetland and Robert DeBeck were arrested on Friday and are facing 13 counts of cruelty to animals. Both are 24 years old. According to the Belfast Police Department, someone reported earlier this month that numerous animals were being kept at a home on Acorn Road and those animals were being abused. As a result of that investigation, 13 animals were seized last week, including cats, dogs, and puppies. Some are said to be in critical condition and are being cared for by a veterinarian. At our last report, Sweetland and DeBeck were being held on $2,500 cash bail. They're scheduled to be arraigned on December 1st.
Well, as we continue to follow the city of Bangor's efforts to grapple with the homelessness crisis, we have new information regarding the area known as Tent City. Last Friday, city officials visited the large encampment behind the Hope House and Living Center, asking those who were not actively working with city caseworkers to leave the premises. According to the Bangor Police Department, 3 criminal trespass warnings were written and 1 tent site was posted, but 0 criminal arrests were made.
Went out Friday afternoon to issue criminal trespass notices if necessary and to post a couple of tents as they need to be removed. Most of the people out there are working to get someplace to go. I mean, the biggest problem is there are a lot of people out there that have vouchers for housing. There just isn't housing available for everybody right now.
Sergeant McCambly says those given trespass warnings needed to leave by today. According to the city of Bangor, the trespass orders do not become part of a criminal record. City officials say those who remain at the site will continue to work with the city and community partners to secure safe and permanent housing.
Several Maine farmers impacted by the forever chemicals known as PFAS gathered at a conference in Michigan today, sharing how Maine has been a leader in addressing this contamination crisis. Our Grace Blanchard has details.
PFAS chemicals continue to impact thousands of farmers all across the state, contaminating crops and disrupting the livelihoods and businesses of many.
But farmers are a business, and they have been the most highly impacted from a business perspective, but also from like a health perspective. They're worried about their families.
As Maine continues to tackle this growing issue, several Maine policy experts and farmers spoke at a symposium in Michigan to share the state's efforts.
Just a good opportunity for states to learn from each other. Maine is definitely in the lead in terms of what we are doing around helping our farmers, the research that we're doing, the legislation that we've passed on source reduction.
Maine farmers were joined by others from across the country as they spoke on the economic and health impacts of PFAS contamination of farmland.
PFAS has managed to rob my dairy operation, that goes back 3 generations. We've managed to have to exterminate 80% of our herd.
Fred Stone runs a dairy farm in Arundel and says his farm has been described as ground zero after he says the highest levels of PFAS at the time were found in his water in 2016.
This is a food safety and a health issue, make no bones about it.
Farmers say this is a growing issue all across the country, and the state of Maine's efforts are grabbing national recognition.
The state of Maine has taken the lead in being on the forefront on helping farmers, and we look forward to seeing how that goes.
Advocates say the conference is another step forward in encouraging other states to follow along with Maine's efforts to continue testing for these harmful chemicals.
It's always good to get an opportunity to learn. You can always learn something. And so this conference brings all of those, brings advocates, legislators, impacted communities, researchers, and companies together to really have in-depth conversations about what is possible moving forward.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, and looking outdoors now after a really rainy weekend, finally getting some relief out there with some sunshine and just some more moderate conditions today.
Yeah, definitely was happy to see the rain finally kind of move out, at least this morning. You know, that kind of varied depending on where you were, but was happy to have a largely dry afternoon.
Absolutely.
All righty, well, let's go ahead and get a peek at our forecast, a first check rather, and see what's coming our way tonight.
All right, Beth and Peter, thank you. Happy Monday. Look at us. High temperatures back in the mid-50s today here in Bangor, 55, 54 Millinocket. We'll take it. It is mid to late October, as you know, but there are 70-degree temperatures in our 5-day forecast right now. Until then, though, some wind out there today. I got a little gusty near 10 to 15 miles per hour. Not a big factor at all. It'll actually die down a bit tonight, but come back tomorrow out of the southwest around 10 to 20 miles per hour once again. Lots of partly cloudy skies across our region today. We'll have mostly clear skies tonight. The mostly clear skies means lots of radiational cooling. That's going to give us widespread frost and freeze conditions this evening with low temperatures back in the low 30s. And then a nice day for us tomorrow and also probably for parts of Wednesday before our next system gets in here Wednesday evening with some light rain showers across our area then. Our forecast tonight, though, is mostly clear skies and a bit cool with low temperatures in the 30s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter.
All right, so really starting to cool off at night.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's good.
Yeah.
Fall temperatures. It's about time, folks.
Yes, we definitely could use it. All right, well, coming up next on ABC7 News at 6, our Corey Bouchard will bring us a report from the second commission tasked with studying Maine's EMS services.
And the first recipient of a scholarship created to honor the memory of a young veterinary technician student has been awarded. Our Jody Hersey brings us that story coming up.
Do you want to improve or upgrade your home? Well, At Home Furniture, Appliance, and Bedding in Lincoln and Dover Foxcroft has got you covered. We pride ourselves in the relationships we build with every customer, from commercial businesses to homeowners. We have some of the best prices on the best brands of appliances, furniture, and mattresses, and we even offer full kitchen and bath remodels with a designer and installers on staff. So stop in today and check us out at one of our locations and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
To prepare you for winter, we're holding the Toyota All-Wheel Drive Savings Event with thousands of Toyotas to choose from. Right now, you could save with 3.99% financing on a Tacoma 4x4. The event ends October 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
When the Coach House Restaurant wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The Coach House Restaurant, family dining at its best with fine home-cooked meals, delicious homemade desserts, and a large menu of tasty offerings for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
If I don't hear from you tonight, I know it, but I can't let go. Everything I love is out to sea.
The Greg B. Harrell Show. ...
Am I supposed to read the ...
More than that, you know there's nothing.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. A second Blue Ribbon Commission tasked with studying emergency medical services in Maine met for the first time today. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard was there and has more about what they hope to accomplish in the coming months.
There's lots of work to be done, and I'm excited to be doing it with each and every one of you.
The Blue Ribbon Commission to study emergency medical services in the state has returned for the second year in a row. Previously, they laid out a series of recommendations, one of which resulted in successful legislation setting aside funds for EMS services in Maine.
Legislature appropriated $31 million from the unappropriated surplus of the general fund to the newly created Emergency Medical Services Stabilization and Sustainability Program.
The goal for this commission this time around is to examine the structure, support, and delivery of EMS services in Maine and how departments can streamline that process to provide the best possible EMS services.
So that's what really Maine EMS has to start thinking about strategically, is what can we do to ameliorate the problem and address the problem for tomorrow, because it's really challenging for us to address it today, per se.
Sam Hurley, the director of Maine Emergency Medical Services, says there's a lot of work needed surrounding the public perception of the EMS industry, especially when it comes to how EMS services are funded.
And I think that is one of our biggest problems and biggest challenges for EMS as an industry nationally, is making sure that people understand how EMS works, why it works the way it does, and its capacity to meet the growing needs of our healthcare system.
The commission is allotted 6 meetings to discuss the needs of emergency medical services in Maine and recommend short-term and long-term solutions to the legislature and governor. Their final report is due by December 15th. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
It's been almost a year since a young vet tech from Brewer passed away from cancer. Allison Aucoin was just 24 years old, and to honor her memory, a scholarship was created at UMA Bangor in her name. As Jody Hersey tells us, it just seemed fitting that the first recipient of that scholarship also happens to be named Allison.
Definitely a coincidence and definitely fate that brought us together.
Allison Winship of Holton is the first recipient of the Allison Marie Aucoin Vet Tech Memorial Scholarship from the University of Maine Augusta in Bangor. But the connection between these two Allisons doesn't end there. Winship also works at Broadway Vet in Bangor, where Aucoin worked before her passing on November 7, 2022.
Yeah, I knew her for less than a year at Broadway, but she went to the UMA school before me, so I'd see her around sometimes, and it was just nice to have another friend who was also the same name.
Aucoin's mother, Deb, thinks it's no coincidence at all that Winship received the scholarship.
That was definitely Allison picking that Allie got that scholarship. I believe that she's watching over all of us.
Allison O'Coin loved animals, especially kittens. It's why she was so passionate about being a vet tech. It was a field she was designed to be a part of, so losing her devastated many who knew her.
I just remember the day that she was driven home by Dr. Albert from work, and he says, "Allison, you're so ill. Why are you still doing this?" And she's, "Because I love my job." And that gets me through every day.
Seeing a scholarship go to a deserving vet tech has also helped Deb O'Coin see that some good has come from her daughter's passing.
Just know Allison would be very proud that this was happening and that she could be helping people, because that's what she was about.
Hopefully other students in the future will be able to, have her memory and bring it to life, that she will never be forgotten, that this field will never forget.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Wow. Just a really, really great way to honor her life.
Absolutely, and it's kind of interesting too, because that's definitely a field where there staffing challenges are present. I don't think I've ever been to a veterinary practice that couldn't use another great vet tech or two, and so it was certainly a field where Allison O'Coin was certainly relished, and I think those who follow in her footsteps are sorely needed as well.
Absolutely, yeah, the world could always use more dedicated people in that field.
We definitely can.
Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll check in with Herman Middle School's Socktober campaign.
And in sports, Maine Cross Country is hosting the America East Championships this coming weekend. Hear from some of the team right after the break.
Maine has the best shipbuilders in the world.
But to compete, we need reliable and affordable energy.
That's why we're voting no.
No on question 3.
It will cost Mainers billions and increase costs for families and businesses like Bath Iron Works.
Like Bath Iron Works. And the politicians, they're not even required to have an operations plan when they take over. We'd never do our job without a plan.
Please vote no on question 3.
It's a bad idea for Maine.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
COVID-19 is still a major health concern. It hasn't gone away, and new cases are on the rise. Everyone aged 6 months and older should be vaccinated against COVID. People with high blood pressure, asthma, heart disease, and diabetes, who are overweight and who are older, are at a higher risk of getting very sick from COVID. Get vaccinated. Don't risk your health. Visit hometownhealthcenter.org for more information.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Fall into amazing savings during Flex Deals Fall Factory Authorized Sale. Rake in serious deals on all styles and models. Choose from our huge selection of fabric and leather, reclining and stationary furniture, including Flex Deals Latitude, South Haven, and Wynwood collections, and all crafted with Flex Deals exclusive lifetime warranted Blue Steel Spring. Prices are falling, so hurry in today for cool savings. Fall in love at Flex Deals Factory Authorized Sale.
Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden. Live beautifully, my friends.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start with the big news. The Patriots pulling off a huge upset, getting a much-needed win this weekend at home against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills came into this one of the top teams in the AFC East, but the Patriots looked like a brand new squad, leading most of the game. And after letting that lead slip late, Mac Jones marching the offense down the field for a last-second touchdown to cap off a 75-yard game-winning drive. Right now, they just hope they can build on that performance as they await Miami next Sunday.
Yeah, I think just keep fighting, and it's just a crumb, right? That's what I always say, and you got to build off that. You got to build off that and attack every day the same, and it's all about playing for each other, playing for the guy next to you, and understanding why. So we did that today, and we need to continue to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. It's every week's its own week. Every day is an opportunity for us to either get better or get worse. So hopefully we'll just keep taking advantage of our opportunities and keep moving in the right direction.
All right, let's stay with some football now. It was a thriller down in North Carolina this weekend for Maine football, ultimately falling short of an enormous fourth-quarter comeback against Campbell College. Maine trailed 28-7 at the half and 34-14 as late as the fourth quarter, but fell short in their 2-minute drill at the end of the game. They dropped it 34-28. But a huge part of that comeback was senior quarterback Derek Robertson. Robertson, who has been on a tear lately, throwing for 503 yards and 4 touchdowns in the game, setting a program record for passing yards in regulation. And in the coach's call on Monday morning, Coach Jordan Stevens with some high praise for his QB.
Can't say enough about his leadership in just the heart and fight that he plays with, and his ability to make decisions on the field, his ability to get the ball where it needs to go. Not based on personnel, but just based on where the ball needs to go. So we definitely have the skill and the personnel on the outside to fit with Derek, and Derek's done a great job and continues to progress throughout the year.
All right, lastly now, staying with the University of Maine, the Black Bears cross-country team is wrapping up their season. They've got one of the biggest races of the year coming up this weekend at home. On Friday, the university is hosting the America East Championships right here in Orono at Penobscot Valley Country Club. The Black Bears have been doing pretty well lately. Bangor's Megan Randall recently placing 7th overall in a race, and the men's team as a whole did 7th overall in a group of 34 teams, so they are feeling pretty good heading into the big race.
I think we haven't had a team this strong in quite some time, so it's exciting to see kind of everything come together and the team really perform at each meet we've gone to. We've definitely gone to some bigger meets where we faced some really good teams.
We've been working really hard at practice, and then at meets we ran well at IC4As. We have a few people coming back from injury and they're getting healthier, and it's all coming together pretty well right now, I think.
All right, it's all exciting stuff for sure. It's also big for the local kids on the team, like Randall, who he said is from Bangor, and like Troxel, who is a Deering High School grad. They are both going to have some home fans in the crowd cheering them on Friday. And for Troxel, it is one of his last races ever. So to have it at home is something he's been looking forward to for a while.
That's super special. It's something that was talked about my freshman year. We knew there was the opportunity that if some of us went to grad school, we'd be able to compete at home. And it's super special to see it come together.
It'll be fun to see some teachers. I know we've asked some of our teachers to come watch, and friends and family, so it'll be awesome. It's awesome to see their support for the team and for UMaine. It's very exciting, yeah.
All right, wishing them best of luck on Friday. That is all the time we have for sports right now. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, Tyler, thank you. Okay, show of hands. Who would like to see a couple 70-degree temperature days in the 5-day forecast? Lots of hands out there. Well, here they come. Warmer temperatures are on the way. Today, not so warm. 55 here in Bangor, also Bar Harbor, 54 Millinocket. So it's comfortable today with some partly cloudy skies across the area. Tomorrow is going to be a bit warmer, followed by even warmer air getting in here as we are building a lot of heat across the Midwest and Plains right now. That is going to slide in our direction. So, 60s for sure, maybe a 70 in there as well as we work toward the weekend and beyond. Outside today, though, some wind. We had a few wind gusts near 20 miles per hour earlier on the north. It's going to die down tonight, but switch tomorrow out of the southwest. It could gust near 20 throughout the afternoon. So, whenever you get this much heat in the atmosphere this late in the season, you begin to kind of swirl things around. We'll likely get some wind gusts tomorrow around 20, and the same story for us probably Wednesday and Thursday as well. Outside today, though, lots of clear skies, or at least partly cloudy skies across the area. Enjoyable day, right? But now we look toward the west, and we have some things going on there, just not for tonight and not for tomorrow, but for Wednesday. A little bit of a speed bump in there. Could bring a couple showers across the area on Wednesday from a system across the Great Lakes right now. That one's going to bring the Great Lakes lots of rainfall, but likely travel just to our north on Wednesday, and that could still bring us, though, some increasing clouds on Wednesday with a threat for a couple showers across our region. Other than that, though, we're mostly dry. So tonight, no issues at all. Here's tomorrow, 7:30, no issues at all, too. Don't forget your sunglasses tomorrow. It's going to be a nice, bright, sunny day. And then throughout the day tomorrow, lots of clear skies. Tomorrow night, no issues at all, too. And then some increasing clouds on Wednesday, and this model wants to give us a quick shower Wednesday morning. It most likely will hold off until afternoon. Overall, though, we should stay mostly dry on Wednesday into tomorrow into Wednesday evening before we get a couple showers around here Wednesday evening. That quickly pulls out of here Wednesday night, and we are left with a nice day for us on Thursday. We're still watching the tropics, though. Of course, here's Tammy, Category 1 hurricane, and the models have this going all over the place, though, and weakening, so it'll likely not be a factor for us at least anytime soon. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, areas of frost, and a hard freeze likely. Look for low temperatures down near 32 with a calm wind after midnight. For tomorrow, all right, lots of sunshine tomorrow. High temperatures reaching for 60, getting a little windy, too. That southwest wind could gust near 20. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast, take a look at this. 57 tomorrow, 63 on Wednesday, a couple showers later in the day. Thursday, 69, Friday, 67, and that's a 71 in the forecast with lots of sunshine on Saturday. Beth and Peter.
I'm just hoping to see that stay clear of precipitation.
Yeah.
Regardless of temperature.
Happy with all of the temperatures,
Yeah.
but I think you're right. We could really just use a dry week.
Maybe like a little last minute foliage color push.
That would be great too.
But I don't think that's happening if we keep getting the rain.
Yeah, sadly not.
Alrighty, well, fingers crossed. And there's still more to come. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Sam's Hot Takes. What's hot now? Spectrum One Stream. It's internet, unlimited mobile, advanced Wi-Fi, and this Zumo Stream Box free with Spectrum TV. It makes searching for shows and movies across live TV and streaming apps easy. It's streaming simplified.
Get internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Plus add Spectrum TV and get a free Zumo Stream Box for 12 months. Call 833-788-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a Spectrum store today.
I got hurt by a big truck. Why did I call the twos? Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money, and I'll fight to get it for you. We got a client who broke multiple bones in a commercial vehicle accident, $700,000. Another client had a brain injury, and we got them $1.15 million. If you get hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Choosing Miracle-Ear was a great decision. Like when I decided to host family movie nights. Miracle-Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs. Now I enjoy every moment. The quiet ones and the loud ones.
Make a sound decision. Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
To keep the doors open as long as we have, the customers always come first. And that's why we're against Question 3. Question 3 costs $13.5 billion. That's billion with a B, which could mean higher taxes for all Mainers. It turns our power grid over to the politicians, the same politicians that take money from the oil and gas companies. They put themselves first, not us. Question 3 is a risk Mainers cannot afford.
To prepare you for winter, we're holding the Toyota All-Wheel Drive Savings Event with thousands of Toyotas to choose from. Recent and soon-to-be college grads could get a $500 rebate over and above most other offers. The event ends October 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
This week, the brutal wars in Israel and Ukraine, a growing humanitarian crisis, and the threat of a shutdown. With a high-stakes gridlock in the GOP, more Americans turn to the most-watched program on television. World News Tonight with David.
Welcome back, and finally tonight, Herman Middle School students are working toward a special goal with their Socktober campaign this month. All 5th through 8th graders at the school are encouraged to bring in new pairs of socks throughout the month of October, and all those socks will then be given to the homeless. The donations are collected in boxes in each homeroom, and the classroom that collects the most will win a pizza party.
Socktober is not something we came up with, but it is something where you look in your community and what's needed, and if socks are needed for our community, especially for the winter months, and the kids rally together, do a fundraiser. We make a little competition for a pizza party to collect socks for those in need.
Walls says that the goal is to collect 1,000 pairs of socks altogether by the end of the month. So far, students have donated 450 pairs, so there's still time to reach that 1,000-pair goal. And here's hoping.
Goal.
Yeah, it really is, and already showing some great support by those students there.
Yeah, I think they're going to crush it.
Yeah, I think so too. And hey, pizza party is always a good motivator.
That is a great motivator.
Yep.
Yeah, we should use that at the station more often.
I think so. That's a great idea.
We need more pizza party motivators. Alrighty, well that is going to do it for us, folks. From everybody here at ABC7, take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.